Yes.
She said, hello.
Hi,
And
everybody.
hi, everyone. On a horseback riding free, searching in the darkness for a piece of me. And I can feel this for sure. Ooh, ooh, ooh. How is the background, Miss Shubraspeta? 1 second. Choose virtual background. None. None. Should we ask Miss Sonia? She'll tell us, right? She would tell us. She'll tell us, no, move a little this way, move a little that way.
Yeah, but
No, sit back. Yeah,
it's looking nice.
yeah, cool. Ah, yes, yes, yes. What a day. How was your day?
It was good. It started with the virtual meeting started with the live creating something different for India. So I was listening to that with you and Adi.
Yeah,
It was very
yeah,
interesting. Yeah,
yeah.
and there were strings of lives and zooms and
Yes,
yeah. So it's been an interesting day.
it has indeed been an interesting day for me as well.
What about you? Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I don't even know. Yes, it's just a continuity of engagement and creation and yes, so many things are really asking to be, you know, uh, to be addressed and to have our energy in them. So, you know, you go with the flow or you choose or you stop, you know. So, yeah.
It's been
Hmm.
12 hours for you. You started in the morning at
Ah,
8.
that's right. At 8:30. That's right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
been a long day.
Great. So we're gonna just do what? Just a 20-minute catch up. Are we gonna get some feedback or?
Pablo is not on the Spanish.
Yeah, he will be coming.
Okay.
Do you have anyone else there? Amazing day. An amazing way to start the day. Yeah, with the Change India Zoom online. And, you know, India, I mean, I've talked about that on the Zoom, has always been present in my life for so many years. And how many things have been present in our lives for so many years that maybe we haven't delved into, maybe we haven't looked at from different perspectives and different points of view. Maybe we haven't allowed ourselves to really engage with those topics, those places, those people. And so, you know, sharing my experience in different things and sharing my experience with India, which everything here on the planet has really been a part of our lives. And how much do we actually have to exclude certain things from our lives in order not to, you know, acknowledge them? So, and that's something also with this um, 3 Steps program that we have been really looking at from a quite a different perspective, looking at how it is that we would like to continue this journey in life, continue exploring different possibilities. When we talk about a journey, we think sometimes about streets and roads, right? And how many of those various exits on the highway or short stops do we just pass by and there's a world of possibilities there. So just even being able to have clarity about that is really such a contribution for what we choose, you know, what we would like to choose and when we would like to choose it, really,
Very true.
because it shows up in our lives exactly at the moment where it can, you know, create some greater ease, can create some different opportunities, can create some different meeting up with people. And it doesn't matter if we don't choose it, but even not choosing something is a choice, instead of just ignoring it. So that's one of the awarenesses I got from uh, India, going to
Thank you.
India for the
Can I
first
ask you
time.
a question?
Yes, absolutely.
Uh, I was wondering, when we look at our lives, especially Indians, uh, I find that the interesting point of views, or rather the point of views, lock up our reality. And then culture, family, there are so many point of views which create a reality. Just to move beyond this reality and just, fuck all the shit that has been going on at various levels, and then just let go of this reality at once, and then, choose a different reality. How would that be? What question can I ask, and what energy that can be? Because I see that every time a point of view comes in, and then you pocket for and you move on, and then you find that it's a cascading effect coming out from generations and generations, and we become probably, subconsciously the victims of this reality without our realization.
Absolutely. And what if, a lot of times we talk about letting go of this reality, right?
Exactly.
And choosing a different reality. But what if it's not necessarily about letting go of this reality, but in
Mm.
enlarging your perspective about this reality, seeing the reality that people are living in, and that they're creating and that they're perhaps locking themselves into, seeing it from a larger perspective, right? Because everybody has really good reasons and really good justifications for why they're choosing and creating the reality that is showing up in their lives. And if we're not in judgment of that, if we're not against that, if we're not rejecting that, if what if we were embracing it, you know? And that's a sort of kindness to ourselves, because anytime we're rejecting something or we're excluding something, we're putting up these barriers, we're isolating not only those things in our lives, but we're also isolating ourselves. And a lot of times when we are having a difficult moment in our lives, one of the things that we have experienced, that we have encountered, is certainly going to be a contribution to us getting over that bump, going through that, you know, forest, going over the bridge from a difficult moment to a more expansive moment. So, what if we were willing to actually utilize all of the tools, all of the experiences that we have, even if we never considered them? Because the universe, God, Allah, Buddha, Shiva, the angels, the light fairies, all of that, the trees, the birds, the bees, all of that, right, is continually feeding us information. And one of the things that is really clear to me is how there's so much data that is out there, that if we're willing to see and hear those moments of silence, you know, that are present everywhere, even in New York City, which is so loud, then we're actually accessing this space where we have more clarity in life. So, yes, this reality, like what's going on with the COVID, what's going on with vaccines, what's going on with people leaving the planet, what's going on with jobs changing, and different industries closing, going out of business, all of that could be looked at as a difficult moment. But it's a moment of change and a moment of transition. And if we don't continually add to our lives, and it doesn't mean adding something new, but adding perhaps a different angle, a different way of looking at something. One of the things that culinary, cooking, food, something so simple, right? It's like, what? Food? What does that have to do with anything? There's been a period in lots of places where restaurants have closed, where hotel industry has been really quite challenged in this moment. And those that not only survive, but thrive are able to utilize what we were talking about, this reality, right? And their situation in this reality, looking at it from different perspectives and opening up different possibilities. And even if it goes back to quote unquote normal, or if the opportunities that were present for you at one point show up again, you then have a choice. You have choices. There's a restaurant guy nearby that great seafood and full every day, amazing, very reasonably priced. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't open up his restaurant. What did he do? He started deliveries, delivering elegant meals to the home. So now he's able to open up again, and this is an energy that he has, and that really we like to invite people to, that is nurturing for people. What is it that's going to make people um, enjoy this moment even more? And so, the larger the perspective that you're willing to have, the more ideas that come up for you, the more possibilities you have to play with. And you can choose which one would be nurturing for you, which one actually taps into the energy of who you are, and that would allow you to step up and acknowledge some of those talents and abilities that you have that you may not even have recognized before. And we're all creating every moment in our lives. We're all creating, even if we're just sitting on the couch watching television, we're creating something. If you're willing to acknowledge that you are a continuity of creation, then are you willing to fill up your creation box? Like if you're a painter or a designer or a drawer, are you willing to get more colors in your crayon box? Even if you're just doing sketches in black and white, the mere fact that you have so many crayons in your box actually has you choosing the black and white sketches. And if one day you wake up and want to put a little red or a little blue somewhere, at least you have it. So let's not exclude anything from our lives. We may not have to use it, we may not have to agree with it, but if it's part of our wealth, right, our pool of possibilities, then it contributes to the energy that we are and what we choose. Does that make sense?
Certainly, certainly. Can I ask you one more question, if that's okay with you?
Sure, absolutely.
Um, Today, I was just wondering, when I was just being present, I realized that I work against myself.
Is
Uh,
that true?
Sorry?
Is that true?
I bought from this reality and then I changed it. When I just looked at this energy, I was totally present with it. It just vanished.
So, what
So
is your question?
I was grappling with so many issues of, not being good enough, and similarly, not being totally present with this at the moment. And at times I find myself being present and then again I slip away. So, what can I be or do to be totally present? Like, I have seen the moment you made a choice, you just became totally present.
Yeah,
And before that, you were relaxing. So, that energy, how do I build it on a regular basis and be present totally every moment?
yeah. Well, this is one of the things that we invite people using different topics, right? Every month we have a different topic, and inviting people to, with each and every area of life in general, to first be present with themselves. And it's one of the things that, for me, using that as a first step, right? And the 3 steps that we're talking about, simple. The first step, right, is about connecting with you. It's the topic we used for the first month too, and it's stepping into your life, right? And what if you didn't resist anything in your life? Oh, I don't like tomatoes. And I'm not resisting and feeling badly about not liking tomatoes. Now, I live in Italy, so that's not my particular one. But if you're willing, to say, so I'd like to look at tomatoes from hear more about tomatoes. And maybe you find that when you're connected with you, that it's not that you don't like tomatoes, that maybe you're actually aware of the fact that the level of acid in tomatoes is not a contribution to your particular body. But it doesn't mean you're judging tomatoes, you know? So to enjoy hearing many different perspectives and about each of the various areas of our life, right? It's not just our lives, it's everyone's lives. The topics that we've chosen and we went over and over and over as the create team for these 3 steps. What are the topics, that the areas that are present in most people's lives? Connecting with you, stepping in is always the most important and the first step, because when you are connected with you, you're actually able to see how you are seeing the world from your perspective and how you can actually step up and see it from a larger perspective. And once we do that, we actually begin engaging with various areas of our life, whether it be money and finance, that's our topic for this month with the 3 steps, whether it be our bodies, right? That was our topic last month, whether it be wealth. What is wealth about? It's recognizing your riches, recognizing some of the things that we were saying before that we have experienced in life that have given us an extra march, have allowed us to actually have a different approach to some things. And that different approach doesn't need to be a way in which we judge how we first approached it or how we are sometimes approaching it now. What if we're continuing our journey in life by being willing to every day step in, step into our lives, not reject them, not judge them, not criticize them, look at the various areas of our lives and step up and be willing to acknowledge, you know what? I've never actually made a mistake. Everything I've done, I've either won something or I've learned something. And when we start rejecting them, the things, the experiences we've had, the way we've approached things, and judging the way we've done it, then we are not getting the gems and the jewels that we have accumulated throughout our lives, you know? And this experience I had with doing speeches for graduating students at alumni. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I going to tell them? What are they supposed to do? I've done so many things. What am I supposed to tell them? But you know what? Everything that we've done actually has got us to where we are now. And where would we like to go? So, stepping up and acknowledging the various things that we have engaged with in our lives allow us to then, hmm, choose now what would we like to do? Now what we would like to choose? Now where would we like to be? And that might be right in your home. You know, we have sometimes have these goals that we set, but if we're willing to look at how each and every one of the areas of our life can be an adventure, a journey, a continuous journey, it doesn't mean that we have to change anything. We just have to feel more comfortable in our own skin and know that there's nobody that does us better than we do. There's nobody who sees the world exactly the way we do. And every element on this planet is willing to contribute to us when we're not resisting ourselves. Anyway, so stepping into your life allows you to have a kindness with yourself and a willingness, you know, to approach different areas of your life with your unique brand of magic, the way you are, you know, and not receiving any feedback as judgment, but actually willing to acknowledge that sometimes it's a recognition of a talent you have that maybe others don't recognize. And how many talents do others have that you haven't recognized? You know? So exploring these various areas, it's a sort of gentle, kind way to enlarge your platform from which you can spring into a very different atmosphere and create a future that is in line with your vibration. And that's what the stepping in is about, stepping into your life, right? Stepping into your body, being present with you, not judging yourself when you're not present with you, and giving you lots of different topics to play with and lots of inspirational speakers from around the world, from different areas, different modalities, different approaches to that topic, but also to each of these three steps, you know? And when we look at someone and we notice that, wow, we recognize, wow, they're really great, right? How much is that actually a reflection of who we are, you know? So, how can you be that greatness in your unique way? And the more information, the more experiences, the more data you have, and the sharing your experiences with people in a group. We do these 3 steps every 3 months, and so for 3 months you're actually getting to know people. You know, we have the social distancing, but we also have the geographic distancing. We might be doing it in different languages, but when people are connected with themselves, their vibration is what is communicating to you beyond any distance, beyond any walls or barriers, beyond any judgments that you might have had of you or of anyone else. You know, I was doing a one session with somebody from Argentina and some people from Taiwan and some people from China and some people from around. And so lovingly and kindly, the guy from Argentina said, you know, I always had this point of view about people from China. And listening to you and really feeling your warm energy has changed my world and opened me up into something greater. And once you do that, right? Not excluding anyone. How many different possibilities are now going to show up in his life? You know, so we'll be talking about different topics and inviting speakers. And the next topics that we'll have are about wealth in July, and then about health and vitality, right? And also about business. So each 3 months, it's sort of like an intimate topic, a about stepping in. It's like another topic about stepping up and engaging with this reality, like you were calling it before, this reality in a way that actually works for you. And then stepping out and expanding your capacity to be seen, be heard, and see others and hear others, and never have any self doubt, any lack of self esteem or self confidence. And that is such a contribution to your life, but also to other people's lives. So, yeah, this is a bit it. Did you want to add anything? Anyone? Any other questions or any other feedback?
Thank you so much. That was so amazing. It was like melting something in my universe. And then that's such an invitation. Thank you.
Yes. No, thank you so much also for receiving it, for hearing it. And it's just a this is just a little bit, and I really would like to thank you, because what we wanted to do in this um, teaser, we call them, is to tease you, right, to give you a little ping about stepping in and acknowledging you and being willing to step up and out into the world. You know, you cannot be wrong. Is oops, you cannot get you wrong. Does that make sense? There's no way you can get you wrong, right? So once you're really clear about that, then how much of what's right for you and what's right about you and what more you can add to your life becomes really clear. Yeah. And it could be something so simple, like taking moments to just enjoy the silence, and the people who have been engaging with the 3 Steps program, their lives have been changing. One a vacation that she hasn't taken in years, her business is increasing, and people are following her, and she is making more money, right? Is that why she chose the 3 Steps program? Maybe not, right? And another one is just came out with an album, a CD, and started a podcast, and is really quite internationally known. And yeah, and they're busy with that at the moment, and it's it's more an energy, right? And a comfortable space. I love the honoring of bodies that is also showing up. What? Okay, doing better in business, making more choices, choosing to become a facilitator, choosing to come out with a new podcast, and also having more ease with your body, playing with sand and mud on your body, uh, shaping your body in a different way. That's all part of stepping in, you know, to your life. And how it shows up for you, will be very different than it shows up for anyone else. But it is a commitment to you. So, what are the commitments you can make? Even if it's not the 3 Steps program, what are the commitments you can make to you? What are the commitments you can make to you? So we do have a uh, there we go. All right. It's a mute all. Okay. So does anyone else have anything? And thank you so much for being on. And if you have any questions about the 3 Steps program, I can tell you that we do Zooms 3 times a month, one just us, one with an inspirational speaker that has had success in that particular area, one with an expert that's actually using that particular area to make their career explosive. And each and every day on our amazing Thinkific platform, there's a quote, there's a little video, there's a challenge. We invite you to create your vibrational board, your vibe board, with an image or something that represents where you are in that particular moment on that topic of your life. And what that helps us with really is acknowledging where we are, or at least being willing to explore how do I feel about wealth, for example? Where am I with acknowledging stepping into the wealth and the riches of my life, acknowledging the queen or the king in me and the energy of space? It's a beautiful song. I add a little song because I love to sing, that people can listen to some loops about the particular topic. And you can listen to them or watch them or read them at any time, but they're each and every day. There's something, a little jewel, a little gem that you can engage with. And there is a book for you that you can print out and keep with you so that when you're not feeling connected with you, when you're feeling maybe a little confused or depressed, or what is it that will bring you back home to you? So that is the contribution of this 3 Steps program, and it's something that I have always desired to be and have in my life, which is to be accompanied on this journey called life. We all choose it. We choose what we do in our lives, when we do it, where we do it. But to know that there's some people that have your back, that know and are experiencing and enjoying your transformation. Because who you are today is different than maybe who you were yesterday. And without having any judgment about that, what could you create tomorrow that includes not only all of your past experiences, but also your future possibilities, and your new awareness of the future could be very different. So that's something that we like to engage and invite you to. And if you have any questions about it, we do have these 15-minute sessions that after you've filled out some information about what it is you'd like to change or increase, or see from a different perspective in your life, we have free 15-minute 3 Steps discovery sessions that we're happy to do. And if you need a translation, we're happy to have that, and just see if something speaks to you, if something calls to you, if this would be the type of accompaniment on that journey called life that you would like. Some people like to be closer and we're chatting all the time every day. I'm here for people. Some people once in a while, some people send me um, their links that I share, and we're really helping one another um, step out and be seen in the world, because this is an energy that the planet is asking for. So, are we willing to respond to that call? The call of acknowledging the greatness that we are, even if we're in silence. Yeah. So
If I
check
may
it.
ask you one last question about commitment,
Yeah. Check it
I
out. On let me just finish. Check it out. The number 3steps.us. We'll put it in the chat. And there's a survey on there, and would love to have your feedback and to engage with you. Yeah. What is your question?
uh,
And you maybe if
I
you would like the 15-minute session, please sign up for that. So I'm happy to do that with you.
sure, sure.
Yeah.
One question it comes across to my mind is I choose and then I commit to a program, but I do not go back and then listen to the audios, or I do not repeat the things. Say I received being you or ESB with Dane, and you know so many classes I did. But what happened is after that I don't go back and then listen to it or work on those tools, and I doubt my commitment, and then somewhere I start judging myself rather than just being in allowance. So
But what if
step up.
you don't have to? I don't often re-listen to things either, because when you are willing to step in and be present in the moment, right? Then sometimes when you're re-listening to things, you're not present in the moment you're in that at that time. And truth, have you already integrated into you what you received from those classes? You know, it may not be cognitively available to you, but anywhere, every step you take, and this is what I'm saying, every step you take on this path, on this journey called life, you incorporate that into your embodiment on this planet. Okay? You incorporate every step that you take. When you're present, you're actually acknowledging that. And that's why stepping in, being present with each step that you take, means you don't have to repeat anything. Please step up and see what the next step is. Please step out and see in which direction you'd like to go. So please do not go into the judgment of you that you are not committed. Because once you choose something, you have committed. And you know what you've committed to? To you. How many of us are actually not acknowledging that even if we choose something and we pay for it, like I sometimes do for classes, like I did for a pair of shoes, you know, may not have attended the class and may not have worn the pair of shoes, but it has been a contribution to me just by making a choice.
Which I haven't acknowledged. Thank you.
Up until now, and that's my Delhi phrase, my new Delhi phrase, up until now, which I have not acknowledged, comma, up until now. And that is really you letting the universe know that I'm willing at any given moment to change and enlarge my perspective on that. Will you please add that phrase to your vocabulary? Up until now, what I have not acknowledged up until now, what would it take for me to acknowledge it today? Yes? Hello?
Yes,
All right, cool.
I was writing it down.
Thank you. Thank you. What I have not acknowledged up until now, we can share it with you. You can ask Dr. Shubra. She'll share that with you. She knows that that's my phrase. Yeah. Anyone else? Would you like to add anything, Miss Ari, Miss Dr. Shubra? They've been just amazing. Mr. Pablo, amazing. Butcher, would you like to add anything?
Cass, yes, I like to add something. This journey for me, this is the end of the second month, and the third month is starting. It's been quite different approach for me to my life because everything is changing constantly, and I really like to see what is going to happen tomorrow. It's just like a party for me, really. I cannot imagine what's going to happen end of the third month. Thank you so much for this amazing, amazing 3 steps program. Yeah, let me
Yes.
translate myself.
Yes. Thank you. I want to thank you, everybody, for shining your light on me. You give me something that really loves me. I owe my thanks to thee. You make me happy, so very happy, and love you. Don't know what to do. Thank you so much for joining. It's been a long time since I had someone who loves me. I owe my thanks to you. Thank you. Thank you, Pablo. Thank you. Love you. Te
Thank
quiero
you.
mucho. Thank you. And
Thank you, Miss Cass.
thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you
Uh,
so much. Infinite gratitude from the bottom of
Thank you, Kat.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here and yeah, and
Thank you. Thank you, Gus.
contributing to the energy. Totally. Thank you.
So nice to see that smiling face.
Is that my girl from Canada where I can't see who's talking?
No, this Elaine.
Oh, oh, hello. Hello. It's been way too long.
Yes, it has.
It has. It's been a long time since I've seen you.
When you coming back to this part of the world?
Well, maybe September.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, maybe September. We'll see. We'll
What
see.
you think you might be doing?
Well, my sister has moved to Georgia. We're going to stop recording, and so I might be going to Georgia.
Oh, yay. That's so
Okay.
Yeah,
close.
and I also hopefully will be going to see my old town Boston. And a lot of people with the past are like, oh, I've given up my past. But
Is
this
that
is
Jet
something
that's
I
in the
talked
chat?
about on this thing with India today. What if we were willing to embrace the past and not resist it? What wisdom of the ages, beyond ages, could contribute to us? Yeah, cool.
You have more than one sister, or is that Jeff that's moving to Georgia?
That's
It's moving to.
Jet. That's Jet. She moved. She's
Okay.
there. Yeah, but I have lots of sisters. There's a lot of them on the line.
We're your sister too.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
That's Patty over not in front of the computer.
Amore. Yeah,
Amore.
amore. Archie, so great to see you. All
If
right.
you're not doing a class when you're in Georgia, you think you might have time if we drive down to have a cup of coffee or something?
Absolutely. Or I might drive up to see you. Hello.
Hey, that's
Hello.
good too.
Hello.
Yeah. God, I got to clean up my
Absolutely
house
love to.
then.
Thank you so much for joining. It's been 5, 6 years. Yeah. That's awesome. Lovely to see you. Yeah. Mm. But it's always a part. See, I didn't forget because like the energy when you're connecting with those things that have been in your life and those people that have been in your life, I feel you're like right here. Yeah. Yes, great. So check it out. See if it speaks to you. And I would love, and also it's, I always want to be um, available and accessible, because when I travel around the world and do, workshops or friends, and then they feel like they can't find me, they can't reach me, but I'm here. I'm here. Yeah. And so are you. So thank you so much for showing up. I love your smiles, everyone. Smile, and the whole world will smile at you. All right. I don't want to leave, but I gotta go. Let's just say it. I don't want to leave. I gotta go. Let's give a little embrace, huh, everyone?
Okay, we
Give a
can do
little
that.
embrace. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Different. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, Miss Shubra. Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
Kass.
Thank you.
Teşekkürler. Teşekkür ederim. Teşekkür ederim.
Teşekkürler. Teşekkürler.
Teşekkür ederim. I have to make you the host, Miss Dr. Shubra. Da 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 da. Teşekkür ederim.